Hello. Welcome back to the stream. Today we're going to take a very similar approach with watching a video on the Caro Kann, trying to understand more, jump into some puzzles, and play a couple games. So let's start with
speedrun time. Here we go. Thanks again, guys.
Daniel Nerduk.
Everybody remains calm. I appreciate it. Hopefully this isn't too much for people. Still a different thing with the tier 1. Let's go. So we got a Caro Kann here.
Shout out to Daniel Naroditsky. I'm going to mess up all these names all the time. So I apologize if any of them ever see this, even though I have one viewer, if that, at the moment. But we're going to give this a go. Naroditsky. Got it.
Now we have a Caro Kann here. Yes, C6 is a bad faith move. I'm blocking the knight's development. Okay, so we have our first advanced Caro, guys. We have our first advanced Caro. And Simon, yeah, thanks again for the 8,000 bits. You're the man. Appreciate it. Okay. Now what's the main move here? We can all agree that the Caro Kann is all pawns and no talk. So I play c5 in my blitz games, but that's not what we're going to play here. f4. So the reason the Caro Kann exists is because we get a chance to develop the bishop outside of the pawn chain, and that's exactly what we have done. So he goes f4. That is not a very good move. And he's trying to grab more of the center, but in doing so, he's curbing the development of the bishop, and he's weakening his king. And the proper continuation here is to play e6. So after the game, this is our first advanced Caro, and I'll explain the sort of like, why do we even do any of this? What is the rationale behind this? And one of the rationales is that we get a closed center. And the first thing to understand about the closed center, I'll expand on this more after the game. Thank you, McLovin to the 5. Thank you so much. First thing to understand about the closed center is that oftentimes it consists of pawn chains. And we see a pawn chain here, we see a pawn chain here, right? Blue is... Speaking of blue and red, pawns are fighting each other. Blue pawns are the black pawn chain, and d4 and e5 is white's pawn chain. And the side that has more levers and more ability to attack and undermine the other side's pawn chain is the side that holds a very big initiative. And the rationale behind the Caro Kann is that black is the side that holds more of an ability to attack white's pawn chain. On the other side, white has more space, and those two things are often what counterbalance each other. But
yeah, and you do feel trapped a little bit with black, but as he's saying, you have more of a threat to the pawn chain, which is interesting.
First of all, we don't want to yield this prime parking spot so easily, right? We want to trade on our own terms. What does that mean? It means that this bishop should be replaced by a knight. And a very typical move here is knight h6, okay? Knight h6.
I was wondering how he was going to defend that, because you do weaken your pawn chain by having to slide over. And I do like the c6 to c5, then grabbing with your bishop. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And if he takes on f5, we take with the knight. Why do we want a knight on f5? In order for the knight to pressure d4. Speaking of pressuring d4, how do we continue doing that? I'm going to have to play a little bit faster. How do we continue pressuring d4?
c5, no?
c5. Very good, guys. Attacking the base of the pawn chain.
We're all learning here, because I'm going to make some mistakes too.
Okay.
I gotta get used to bringing the free plugs on to my 1 or 2 viewers is brutal.
c5 is right. So we also open up the c6 square for the knight, right? And I remind you guys with the speedrun, if you have specific questions, I'll answer them after the game. We still do the post-game analysis, and then I take your specific questions. Here I'm trying to give a more broad view of what I'm trying to accomplish. Okay, he takes on f5, we take with the knight. See how now we have 2 attackers on the d4
I like this. He's still got 2 as well.
Now you might say, well, big deal. What's the big deal? He can just take on c5, and that's something we'll talk about as well.
I think you push up.
Castles. Now, we can take on d4, but if you want to play this clinically, it makes sense to hold off on it for just one more second and play. Knight c6. Or queen b6 is possible, but let's hold that thought
triple
in case he
attack?
plays c3. Then we'll play queen b6. Because why? Because knight c6 is more flexible. What I mean by that is we know we want to play this move anyway, right?
Interesting, because now you're looking at it 3 times with the pawn and the 2 knights. Then you also have queen to b6, which is nasty because that's a check at some point, and also the bishop, which is a check if he decides to take it as well. So cool. I like this opening. I'm gonna try and also come back to it and look at it again.
We want to play this move regardless. Okay, so c3. And now that he has shown his desire to further defend that pawn, well, actually, here's the funny thing. We can take first and then play queen b6, and that way we win the pawn. But I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Let's go queen b6. I'll talk about that after the game. I'm noting that down. So in a game that I would play, I would take first. But I'm playing queen b6 with the hopes that he takes, because I'm going to show you guys a really cool idea. And I know Min knows that I'm thinking. That's right.
So normally he would take, but let's see if it pans out.
Okay, b3. Unfortunately, he's not going to let us show it. He's just going to give us the pawn, and we take it. And there's a lot to talk about here in the advanced, so this is a good game. Yeah. Now, CD, right? We've won a pawn. We've won a pawn. And not only have we won a pawn, it's a very important pawn. It breaks up his pawn chain. His entire position starts to crumble here. Knight c takes d4. And now we enter sort of already the decisive stage. We've won a pawn. We have a
because then there's a discover check when he doesn't take it at the end, which is crazy.
And Rogue Force, fantastic question, which I'll tackle after the game. Sorry to keep answering that way. I'll circle back to it, as it's fashionable to say these days. And I will actually circle back to it. Okay, so castles is a circle. All right, so
and there's a discover check regardless with a free knight.
He goes king h1. So that is a good move by white. He gets out of the immediate threat of a discovery.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that we should do here other than to think logically. Well, what haven't we done yet? What haven't we done yet in this position? What can we do? Yeah, so bishop c5 is a great move. And
strengthen it
h5
even more.
would have also been good, but let's save that. I don't think he's going to go g4.
So you strengthen it even more. You keep your pawn's intact. His is crumbling. Okay, cool.
Probably would have been the correct move. All right.
There's also a fork on G3 if he were to ever move that pawn up. The pawn on the H file up, there's a nasty fork there for his rook, just staring at you in the face. Okay. What do we take with? And that's a mistake. It's a mistake for sure, but what do you take with? This is where I mess up. I get excited and I just trade and take with, but there's always a sequence that's better. I want to say bishop because it keeps the knight looking at that fork on the G file. But I could be wrong.
Lapses. Thank you, Workens, for the tier 1. Bishop is right. Yeah, bishop is right. But boom.
Yeah.
The rook is not operating in good faith.
I didn't even think about the rook either, but
yeah. So this is good. This is good stuff. And that is one bad faith rook, guys. I think we can all agree on that. Blackjack, thanks for the prime. Appreciate it.
He's got a block with what?
The rook is red right now, blue right now. Just colors. Okay, the game is over, basically. He loses his rook. And what kind? That's weird. Yeah, he loses the rook. Okay, g4, he does.
How does he lose the rook?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because even the knight you take and
now,
you get the rook as well.
One mistake that I often see players make, right, is, well, tunnel vision. You could specifically in the context of automatic moves. Automatic moves.
This is what I do.
When you play a move like bishop d4, a lot of people will automatically grab the rook on a1. But see the bigger picture here for a second. See the bigger picture here
Fork
for a second.
on the
if you
e
take
file.
on a1, you give up the knight. And white at least gets an exchange for the rook, and that's a significant amount of material. So do we need to take the rook immediately? Not knight e3. Now, if we play knight e3, I know that's tempting.
Yeah.
But he simply takes the knight, folks.
And then you just trade.
And then that very same bishop, which we've assigned
is off
the vital task of winning the rook, is now going to be distracted and taking the bishop.
Okay, do you check?
Not knight g3. We don't need to do anything. We just need to drop the knight back.
Okay.
The point here isn't to...
Interesting. See, I would have thought move forward automatically. So I'd play a little more aggressive, but just bring it back. Stop the threat against the knight. You're guaranteed that rook still. And if you were to block with the knight, you get the knight. If you block the bishop, you block with the, you know what I mean? Like you're getting something.
Activate the knight. We are seeking far greener pastures. And a lot of people are asking, well, what about knight c3? Yes, knight c3 curbs his losses. That's what he should play. And he loses only his knight, but then he loses his knight. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's already huge. All right.
And for the one viewer tuning in, we're watching this video. I'm going to pop into a couple puzzles and then play 2 or 3 games, maybe more, maybe less, but just with intent.
I dare you to
go.
let me build you.
I'm giving too many free ads out right now.
E-commerce store, preload.
So
YouTube Premium is the next play. Probably get it today or tomorrow.
What fools we were. Is in your face is a fool. You know what else was said, Luch? Oh man, I forfeited my opportunity to do that, Simon. Because I was going to say, you know what else was censored? Your face. All right. So you see how I treat people who cheer to my channel? Oh, fool's mate. Oh, God. Well, that would hurt people's feelings who miss queen takes f2. All right. So, but do you guys see what I'm saying here?
And it's just eating
we simply drop the knight back, and we win the rook. And I think part of this comes from an illusion. And he goes knight c3. Kudos to my opponent. He's finding a lot of good moves. All right. How should we do now? Well, or what should we do now?
I want to say castle. And castle on the king side. So I don't see many other threats. Granted that the 2 rooks and the queen are on light squares and it's a dark square bishop. I mean, you could bring the queen down to the 3rd rank on that dark. Nope, that would be taken by the bishop. See, that's what I mean. I think you got a castle.
Well, one way to think about it is his king is very weak. His king is very weak. And what does that mean?
Oh,
well, he's played the move g4. That's opened up a direct avenue to his king. How do we exploit that avenue? Well, we can put a queen on c6. Right, and that potentially sets up a discovered check. We have a lot of things we can do. We can castle, but there's no rush in castling. Let's go d4 because that does a couple of things. It secures the bishop on c3, good. It advances the password, good. Prepares queen c6, good. And if you look at this knight on e7 on somewhere in number 4, number 5 of our agenda,
you could then discover with the knight
is perhaps to reactivate the knight. It's not doing all that much on e7. And what pathway does the move d4 potentially create?
Discover
and
check.
You shouldn't overthink this like this is the absolute
discover
best.
Check and a fork move on the 2.
Yeah, knight d5 and then potentially even to e3.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is that there is a bit of an illusion among some people that and this comes from a good place, but like every single move has to be active, no retreating moves. And that's why in this position, even if somebody understands the concept of just moving the knight, they still want to find an active square. And you have to have and sorry to belabor this, but you have to have your priorities in order. If you know that you're winning the rook, the relative position of the knight is not going to matter. It's going to matter far more that the knight is safe than that the knight is nominally more active. All right. That's just what I wanted to say.
Now knight to d5, slide the queen over.
Bishop b2.
It's a nice move.
And as we discussed, let's slide the queen over to c6.
Oof. You do it first.
And after king g1, again, first thing we need to ask ourselves, do we need to take on b2? The answer is clearly no. I'm going to answer for you. That's why we put a pawn on d4. What should we do after
say yes. Shout out to Daniel Naroditsky too. The way he's explaining this is phenomenal. It's calm. He's hitting every point. It's precise.
Look at you. Look at you. Same if he doesn't matter. Look at you. Knight d5, knight d3. There we go. Now, why aren't we castling, some people say? Because we don't need to. The king is perfectly safe. It's all alone. King g1 is a good move.
Because the knight now also defends the bishop. Now defended 3 times, which is crazy.
And now we can go knight e3. We don't have to rush that, though. I think that now may be a good time to castle. How do we know that we don't need to? Well, it's simple. Look at the position with your own eyes. And I'm not seeing anything you're not seeing. He doesn't have... What pieces is he going to attack the king? Always consider the worst case scenario. If you gave him like 5 moves, could he even possibly generate any threats against the king? And you'll see that the answer is no. So let's castle or play rook c8. Now we're just going to castle. Not because the king is in any danger, but just to potentially bring the rook into the game and connect the rooks. More out of that consideration.
Okay.
And don't overthink this. Everything wins here. It's not that important to find the move. It's not about that here. It's about making a series of reasonable moves. All right? Just wanted to make that very clear.
You can't always find the move. And some people get hung up on that as well and make mistakes because of it or burn clock. So you just got to remember that. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yes, you can mate in one, but obviously not all the time.
Yeah, this is a really good game because he's defending super well.
But his clock is down to 19 seconds.
He's going to make a move. Now, when you've got a situation like this, I call this a standoff. Standoffs are tactically, I was going to say politically charged. Well, they're also politically charged, are tactically charged on the chessboard situations. And when you have a possibility of capturing something, you need to spend at least a couple of seconds on every move, considering even if you've decided not to take, you need to spend a couple of seconds per move considering what happens if you do. Because a capture by its very definition changes the position in some significant way. And so that can open up the possibility for tactics here, a fork on c1, which you would see if you considered bishop takes b2, right?
Nasty.
This is not a matter of queen c1 being hard to see. It's a matter of allowing yourself to consider the trade. That's just a small piece of advice there. Now the game is over. Okay.
Beautiful.
Let's have a look because I'm excited to introduce you guys to the intricacies here. Game. Bishop f5. All right. So this is the advanced Caro Kann. Bishop f5 develops the Caro Kann outside the pawn chain. Now to understand, and I explained this, I think reasonably well with the pawn chain analogy. But let's abstract this entirely and just consider how the pawn structure works here in the French and the Caro Kann. Because the French and the Caro Kann are very similar openings when you think about it. And to do that, we're going to employ chess base. And I'm sorry for if I'm ranting here. I'm excited. I like these explanations because I feel like they can help you understand how to play in closed positions too. So we just have the pawns here. We don't have any pieces, right? Forget the pieces.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Both the Caro Kann and the French involve allowing white to control the center. Thank you, Desert Pagel, and we got a hype train at 540, right? All right, that's fact one. And that's already why these openings weren't popular when chess began. Because when chess began, people understood that you want to control the center with pawns. And so why would you voluntarily allow white to control the center with his 2 pawns? But then people came along and said, okay, in the Caro Kann and the French, black controls a part of the center, okay? In the French, black has a pawn on d5, and it's only that he has a pawn on e6. And most of the time, if white plays the advanced French, white plays e5, right? Now, in the Caro Kann, this pawn is here and this pawn is here, right? But the difference structurally is minimal, almost non-existent. In fact, they can morph into each other because in the Caro Kann, you often play e6 and then c5. And in the French, you often play c5 in one fell swoop, all right? And as I explained, the rationale behind these two openings is one and the same. You lure white into creating a pawn chain, and you've got the weapons to attack this pawn chain from both sides. A, with the pawn on c5 attacking the base of the pawn chain, and B, playing the move f6, which will
Run that back to the
Caro
opening
Kann is all
and
pawns and no
then do
talk.
some puzzles.
So I play c5 in my blitz games, but that's not what we're going to play here. f4. So the reason the Caro Kann exists is because we get a chance to develop the bishop outside of the pawn chain, and that's exactly what we have done. So he goes f4. That is not a very good move, and he's trying to grab more of the center, but in doing so, he's curbing the development of the bishop, and he's weakening his king. And the proper continuation here is to play e7.
Just gonna run to the washroom, let this play out for a quick second.
Weapons to attack this pawn chain from both sides.
So you guys got something to watch?
A, with the pawn on c5 attacking the base of the pawn chain, and B, playing the move f6, which you'll often see in the French, attacking the foot of the pawn chain. And that in turn creates piece mobility. When you break down your opponent's control of the center, it not only is inherently good, because then you control more of the center, but it also often gives your pieces more mobility. Now, the main difference between the Caro Kann and the French, we need to understand it, we need to add black's dark squared bishop. All right. Now, in the French, you have the very famous problem of the French bishop, whether or not white plays e5. The positive side in 500 bits from Frank is that, and Tom, thank you for the sub. Jeez. Positive side is that white goes c5 in one fell swoop. And in the Caro Kann, the situation is flipped. You get your bishop outside of the pawn chain. Awesome. But on the other hand, you spend 2 tempi to go c5, right? And that might not seem significant, but it really is. That's a pretty significant trade-off, all right? So that's kind of a way to structurally understand the Caro Kann. Now, what's the downside of all this? Is black just better because he gets a chance to do all of this? No, because white gets a huge space advantage in both openings, or light square bishop. This pawn on e5 is a big deal. It's controlling the f6 square, which makes it hard to develop the knight. All right. So you are taking on a bunch of these challenges when you're playing particularly the Caro Kann. And a lot of these challenges center around how to develop these two pieces because they're struggling for resources. The knight doesn't have f6. So either it has to go out onto the rim as we did, or you have to do something like this, but then where do you put the bishop? So it often takes a long time to get your king side out. But if you do all of that, and if you manage to pressure white center, white's position often collapses in a spectacular way. All right, so that's a little structural explanation. I hope that makes sense. So let's go into the game itself. No. Advancing is the main move. And I'm not trying to suggest that advancing in either the French or the Caro is bad. In the Caro Kann, the advanced variation is like basically the most popular line nowadays at the top level. And in the French, it's one of the most popular. It's by no means is it bad, but both require precision from white. So if you're a relative beginner, I don't recommend actually playing the conventional advance in either the Caro Kann or the French.
We're going to stick, because when they go deeper into this, it kind of confuses me a bit. I'm going to run off the first 15 minutes and go from there. I'm going to stop sharing that. Add a screen. Okay, let's jump into some puzzles to start. Get some music going. You have a chance to beat me. Can you find the checkmate? No? They want me to first?
You have a chance to beat me. Can you find the checkmate? You got it. Well done.
All right.
You're close to checkmate.
You're close to checkmate. I mean, this isn't it.
Great play. Finish this puzzle off with a checkmate.
White to move.
You spotted the solution. Excellent.
Nice.
You have one path forward here. Calculate carefully.
Black to move. Here. Here. Here.
Great move. You're
and
on
then
a
run
roll.
them up. All right.
This is the most important moment of the game. Find a way to checkmate me.
White to move, and there's a mate involved. Here.
That's right. Well played. I'd be in trouble if you found a way to promote your pawn.
Black to move. Here. Here.
5 in a row. That's great.
And if not, you win a rook. Cool.
Checkmate is coming. Do you see the way to win?
White to move. Mate. Incoming. Here.
Good solving.
That one's fun. I would hope to find that at some point in the game. I haven't yet in like the 7,000 games I've played on chess.com. But I want it earlier, the one where it's kind of like a discover pin on the queen.
Checkmate is waiting if you play carefully.
Black to move. Here. Can't come down at all. Oh, here.
7 puzzles in a row. Brilliant. Do you see a way to win the game?
White to move.
Great play.
Cool.
Calculate for checkmate.
White to move. Check involved here. 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 Hold on, I think there's a different. Do I take first? No.
Yes, indeed. You got it.
I mean, you can still go back, no? Oh, no, you can't because of the queen. Okay, wow.
I blundered. You can win a knight from me.
Cool.
You're on an amazing solving streak.
9 in a row. Let's go for 10 and then we'll play.
This puzzle will take some planning, but there is only one solution.
White to move. I want to say pawn up. Here. Sorry. Here.
Excellent play. You solved it.
Cool. All right, well, let's run into a game. That's 10 straight or 11 straight. Now the fun part. Try and apply it into a game. I used to get upset when I got black. Now I'm excited to try the Caro Kann. All right. Right at 1,000 too. I like playing the Ruy Lopez's white just because I do like being aggressive. Okay. I mean, I can just go. He takes, I take. Or I scare him off. There's still got to be something better. For now, let's get the bishop out from this side. Okay. Now we don't take, we just strengthen the pawn chain. That pin's nice. So is this fork. Algeria. Slee. Okay, well, we have to. I mean, we don't have to. We can pin. He is looking at it twice. And if we bring it back, I think we'll pin. Look for a double up. Because then the queen to the f3 is kind of nice too, just in case I take, he takes with his knight instead. And then I'm looking at a mate in one. Yeah, shout out to Sammy 20. Sorry, I'm just seeing this now. Appreciate that. Let me just finish this game because I get distracted. Uh-oh, look at it, I've already move my thing around. But yeah, give me a second. Let me just play out this game. I'm going to take, force the double up, bring the queen out. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, man. Truly. And there's a lot of bots and stuff on this, so I take it very lightly right now because my first couple comments have been bots. But I'll definitely add your username and we can chat on Discord for sure. Okay, I'm bringing the queen out. Now it just threatens, and if I guess he can unstack his pawn still. I'm just trying to create a space for everyone to learn, man. You can learn from my mistakes. I'm trying to grow the game and learn. I just hope it, even if it helps one viewer, entertains them, and they can learn a couple things, because the internet's just a weird space, especially right now. There's so much hate and diversion, and just creating a nice community with such a universal game like chess that really activates your brain as well. It's fun. Okay, so now if I take, and he were to somehow take with his knight, which he won't, I would have a mate in one. Yeah. I mean, do we just... kind of want to live it on the D file, strengthen my pawn structure if you were to... I'm kind of giving him the file. I gotta get better at it. Appreciate you. And the comment where it's yeah, in a minute on Discord. Your move, Slee. Oh, we got a second viewer. Let's go. Okay. See, this move I don't get, because what's his plan now? Just me not to castle? Because I'm taking it regardless. And we're up a piece. Yeah, but then that's free, no? Explain to me. What does he see? Because he can't come crashing down. I have it defended. Like, sometimes trades aren't good because you're still down a piece regardless. Oh, it's pinned, but I can still take. Okay, so he's looking at this square. I'm going to throw this here. I think we throw here, here. Here. Because he pushes down, I get it with the knight regardless. And it's still defended with the rook. See, like, I just got to play this smart now. And I almost want to... I got to get my queen off this file. I'm going to tuck it back into the corner, I think. Here. All sweaty now. He's real aggressive, being down a piece and trying to make what he attempted to do. Yeah, no, it's still defended. I don't know what the plan would. I need to figure out now. Okay, that's still free. Interesting. Like, I'm not just gonna think here, no? Get the queens off the board, and it's kind of like it's already a wrap, but this is a must win. I got to stay above 1,000, so I'm on the number as we speak. Just gonna play this smart. It's just crazy because you would think at this point he's gonna spend more time thinking, but he's just shipping it. Okay, I don't like. This. Offer a forced queen trade. If not, it doubles up his pawns, puts him in the corner. There might have been something better, but that just felt right. I hope he doesn't take. You know, he's got a pawn defended, but it's just going to put him in a really bad spot. Hey, we got a third viewer. Shout out to whoever you are. If you want to toss something in the chat, let me know where you're from. Okay, you took it. Cool. Now it's a means to an end. Now we're just going to gobble pawns. Make sure I don't get back ranked, which I physically can't if he's on the same file. Right next to my king. Now we just go to work. We got a minute on him now on the clock as well. Wouldn't be surprised if he resigns soon, but he's been weird. He's just been. Let me just good game. Give him some words of encouragement, you know? He's still sticking it out with a rook and 5 pawns and a pawn island and some double stack. Like it's. Usually when you say good game, after you played them pretty well, they resign. So let's just see. Yeah, let me know where you guys are from. Anyone watching? I'm trying recently to start off with a new YouTube video. Right now I'm trying to learn the Caro Kann. So I got a book too that I'm reading on the side, but for streams, I'm just going to do like 10 to 30 minutes of a YouTube video from some GM or someone breaking down the Caro Kann or whatever I'm learning that time. Watch a small video, do some puzzles, and jump into 2 or 3 meaningful games. And I love rap. I mean, I'd love to just play the J. Cole album and stuff, but with copyright, you can't. But calming music helps me play calmer. Like if I got a rap song on or like some heavy EDM or some motivational stuff, I don't know. I just start looking for mate in 1 and trading pieces. All right, he's just bleeding the clock now. Gives us more time to look for a mate. I'm just going to gobble that pawn, gobble the next pawn, and then offer a rook trade. And look for a mate. Just do it simple and smart. Hey, I got to follow you back or toss you a subscribe back, Cryptic. I will today. I saw you. What games do you play? What do you cover? It looked like some sort of like Modern Warfare, like proper. Like I only really played Fortnite, Black Ops, but all my stuff my younger brother took to university. He just cleared out. He took the new PS5, so I'm left with an old Xbox for the time being. So Fortnite still works, but I don't mind, dude. I don't mind showing the love and seeing what's up. DayZ, cool. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Is that a zombie game or is it Days? Okay, let's jump right into. See if I can get this Caro Kann going. Nice. Okay, so the weakest thing for them to do is trade. Okay. So now I almost want. You want to take the bishop out, but there's something better. Because I can't just bring the bishop to this file it's taken. I can't bring it here. It's super passive to bring it there. Why don't we offer? Is that a thing? No. I mean, because if I come here, he just pushes the pawn down. And then this turns into more of a French defense. There. Open up this bishop file. It's annoying because you block that bishop in. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take with. Because this way, I mean, either way works. What one opens up more? This one opens up the bishop again. Now they're both open, so I think that's the right play. Days. I'm going to look up Days. I've never played the game. I hear a check. Okay, we block. I saw you had what do you have, 3K subs? It's dope, dude. Okay. You'll have 3K and 1 after this stream, let me tell you. Thanks for tuning in, though. I appreciate it. Like, any viewer helps. I'm just learning how to play. Navigating this streaming scene. Okay, I'm going to bring, I think, the knight. Because I want a castle. And that's pinned for the time being. So I'm going to bring the knight out. That feels wrong because I want to throw it here. And then here. But we're gonna bring the knight out for now. Castle on the king side. Get that pin gone. And then look to make some moves. Okay. So right now I'm getting cooked on the clock right now. From CM from Vietnam. Dude, I've only been playing for like 2 years, but I got the bug heavy. I actually learned on chess.com and dipped to as low as you possibly can on the site, which is 100. Like just learning. I was playing checkers with chess pieces. Okay. Nice. He's bringing the clock back down a little bit. Get after it. Also, feel free to add my chess.com username if you ever want to just play an unranked game or okay, I kind of want to throw this here so I can unpin the bishop. I mean, basically use it as like a discover check on the queen, so he has to deal with the queen. Okay. Here. Feels wrong, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, feel free to just add me on chess.com. Anyone from the chat. And if I have time, especially you can play like games where you have like 3 days to move for each move. Okay, we're just going to take it because I don't like where this bishop is. I think he's going to take with his knight. But now, first we pull the bishop out of the way. Because if you just push up a pawn, we're going to force him to double stack. Okay. This is nasty. So we're going to defend it and threaten. Also, it's just such a universal game that it's so much fun. And you learn so much. Like, dude, I play guys from all over the world. And I'll ask them about where they're from sometimes. Okay. Got to get some more pieces active. I think we're going to take forcing his queen to come over. Okay. We don't mind that. Double stack to open up that right side, especially on the side he castled. Part of me wants to kick that. I think I'm going to throw the knight here to double defend that pawn and strengthen it. I'm going to kick queen out because that pawn's free. Both these pawns are free now. And if I come crashing down on the A file, it's a little worrisome for him. Yeah, it's still kind of useless because he's got everything defended, so I wouldn't. But I might just claim this and park the queen down there. I like this pawn on the C file better. I hate this when people come in with these cheap viewers. Like, dude, I'm not here. Like, if I happen to gain a following and do something with it, amazing. But I'm here to play. I'm here to learn. Here to enjoy. And I just want real people. Okay, I don't like that either because I like. I mean, I can always just run back, no? He's looking at my rook. I think this is the only play for now. The thing is, you need to have almost like a forced follow-up. Yeah, but like I can still. And now I'm attacking. Bring this up. He's going to check me again with the queen. It's a little dicey just because I don't have much here, but I still have this knight. I think I have to take it. Here. Then he checks. I block. I take. So I have to run. If I go here to check me, if I go here, he checks me. He's going to win a rook, but I'm also up. Yeah. I have to. None of my pieces are active. That's the scariest thing. Okay, I have to take this. We're still fine. It's just a clock that's scaring me now. Yeah, I'm on Twitch too. I'm not doing too well on Twitch, honestly, but I just stream to YouTube and Twitch same time. Let's see. Actually, got my second follower today, I guess. But then I'm just clipping them and throwing them to YouTube, like videos, shorts. My shorts aren't doing too bad. Shorts are big, man. Like funny clips. Like no one has attention spans nowadays. You just have a fun little clip. And it brings a lot of attention to your page. I think I'm still fine. I'm going to watch the clock now, but... Here? No. Gotta go here. What is this, repetitive check? He checks again with the queen. I just keep going back and forth. I mean, I don't mind a draw just because of how... I'm playing for draws. I used to get upset about draws. Draw is better than a loss. All he can do right now is repetitive draw me. Or repetitive check me. Shout out to the 3 viewers, though, even if one's man, Madame or morality. No one's paying for streams or viewers, my guy. It's the biggest scam I've ever heard of. Even still, what's he check me? I need to take this so I have somewhere to run. We're going for a run with the king. Bring that clock back down. Come on. Bro, always got... I mean, I have more pieces. Uh-oh. This is getting... Oh, no, we're good. I feel like he's going to throw that queen on a space where it shouldn't go. Okay. If I go here now, he can't check me anymore. I don't think. Where's he check me? And I also have this. Granted, I can't play that move yet. I got to get these guys active, man. Oof, I think the play is here. To look at his twice. Actually, even here. I might throw it here to debate him on the e-file. It's defended twice, and if he doesn't see it, the bishop's looking right at his rook. I mean, it would be nice if I could like attack his queen as well. I'm going to throw it now. It's a pretty nice check, too. Grant is defended twice, but if he pulls that pawn up, check. Okay. Here, he's forced to go up. I think I can win a rook. Got to play quicker. And that's what's going to ultimately kill me, I think. Okay, I need the rook over on this file. I like this. I want him to bring that pawn up because that's a nasty check. Take him. Check. Take. No matter what he takes it with. The only thing is if he takes it with the queen, that's still, yeah, okay. We're cooking something up here right now. Check. Oh, he gets my queen. I got to think before I do it. Oh, it's so nasty. That's the game. I moved too quick, man. Yeah, I'll look at it after. I don't have much time. Have to. I think he just made it me. I gotta move one of these two, and this has to defend it. GG's. Oh, one mistake. Let me go back to that queen. I just rushed it. I rushed it because he came after me. Would I go here? His only move is here. And then here. And I win his queen. And I knew there was something there. I just rushed it. He's forced to move. You got to go up. I go here. Oh, but then he gets my queen. But still, that's a check. Yeah, you wouldn't go there. Attack this. Would have just been a means to an end. He'd have nothing with that rook. Ugh, what a mistake. What a mistake. Okay, let's jump right in. We know the mistake I made. From India. I wonder where. Where in India are you from? This one I hate. Just gonna take the center. India, where chess originated. Many don't know that because a lot of other countries try and claim it. Now file up, open both. Nimzowitsch defense, Scandinavian advanced variation. Cool. Waste of a move. Check and we double them up. We castle what we can. I think we force. Now we attack on the left, on the opposite side. Same with this. We're just gonna double them up again. I'm mad. I'm playing mad. Okay, can't go anywhere now once I move that up. I go here, here, take. And if he doesn't, annoying. Annoying. He's gonna get both of them. Nice move. We give up 2 pawns. Okay. Not the worst. Could have had 2 pawns. Said he wanted to open up the file. Oh, all right. I didn't know he was looking at it twice. Can't check me. Taking that next. I don't know about this one. I'm also on a site called Epidemic Sound. It's like 50,000 songs of royalty-free music, so shouldn't be copyrighted. Okay, we got to give myself a file to run. We'll attack this, and if he comes crashing down anyways, that's free. And he's still not going to take it. Guys want to tell me where he's from in India. A lot of people are scared. Some people don't care and give me a rough, but people are like, oh, this guy wants to know where I live. Like, I'm just curious, like, what part of the region you're from. I went on a trip there not too long ago. I went to Bangalore, Mangalore, and Goa, North and South Goa. And honestly, I was surprised at how it was a lot of fun. South Goa is beautiful. The beaches there and stuff. I stayed away from like the heavy trafficked areas, like Delhi and Mumbai and stuff, but it's a lot of fun. I'll remember that trip forever. Hopefully get to go back one day too. Back. I didn't lose the game. I got lucky. Still shows here. Okay, yeah, I can play again. My internet will kick out the odd time, which is stressful. And we have solid internet too, which is the most annoying part. We're back. Sometimes I lose the game, but a lot of times I can go on my phone, keep it alive, and then. Okay. I think we have to. I think we have to be honest. I want to go here first and then the next one up. Yeah, that's fine. Best place is here, to be honest. And then it gets my nice. That's free. Oh, he gets it with his queen. But then I get his rook, right? Because it blocks it. Like, I don't think he can check me still. Like, I'll be able to run. And that's nasty. I think we're okay. Salvage. Oh, I didn't even put on my screen. No. Throwing that back. I finally threatened he put it on the wrong square, so he thought he's looking at it twice now with his queen on the a6, and I took with my knight, debating him. Now he's double looking at that, but I can still take. It's not check. He has to run, or else I would have got his rook too. Oh, and I get it regardless. Big game. This is a big game. I'm going to recap it after just because it cut out. To almost losing it from internet connection. Come on. Music's even gone too because I had to save it on my phone. Check. Oh, I should have. I had mate if I. No, I didn't because he could still run. Okay, now depending on where he puts this. I think here first. He's still able to get out. And that would have been smart, actually, because then it... Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to check him, just because then it still defends one of my hanging. He takes with his bishop. I have a check. Okay, we just got to play this smart now because all he's got left. Yeah. Can't check me any other way, though. Only check is down and over, and I can... Oh, you can come over. I can run. If I go here, he can't. Because it's defended. See? It seems scarier because it's tucked in the corner. But his only check is here in this rank, but I have this rank covered. Next, I'm going to check. No, actually, I'm going to check with here first. Okay, never mind. Here. Here, here. He's forced to go here, here. Everything's still fine. Just got to watch out for his bishop and queen on the same file. Okay, bring that clock back down. Okay. Here. He has to go here. 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 I think here. Somehow again. They don't want me to win this. Okay. I'm just going to play on my phone and keep it simple. Okay, now here, I have to keep checking them. He's actually forced to go back, and then I win his queen this way. He has to go down one, and then I win his queen. All right. This should be a guaranteed. Put GG in the chat. Okay. Everything's defended. We check. We take his other pawn. Or we don't. I'm going to cut off the board. It's fine. And we mate you with a queen and a king. Quick, I got to finish this one on my phone. Okay, now we cut off the board. How am I reconnecting on here now? This is all working. We're good. They don't want me to win this game. Oh my God, thank God. If this guy only knew my internet issues, I might take a break just because I couldn't afford to lose a game to a disconnect. My God. Okay, I'm gonna find Cryptic too and toss you a follow, my guy. Thanks for getting active in my chat. I appreciate it. My Lord. Okay. Pretty sure it popped up in my notifications. Yeah, Cryptic. Send one back, my guy. Shout out to you. Daisy. Oh, it's a survival. Days. Dope. It's live right now or no? This is, bro, 11 hours is crazy. Straight? Longest I've done is 2-3 now. That's impressive, dude. Proper stints. Need good internet for that thing. All right, well, GG's. I'm going to go make some lunch, reset my internet, and come back. But thanks for tuning in, whoever you are. I'll be back soon. Adios.